construction of the Lordship of Leinster. And that means that I've got to go back a little bit and talk about lordship building, which I think is a subject that has been neglected. We write lots about manors, and I've probably written too much about them myself, but not so much about the construction of a lordship, how you make a lordship and how you make it last. And Marshal comes at the end of a process beginning with Strongbow, of course. And I think in order to understand Marshal's achievement, we have to go back and see what Strongbow himself built. Now, I think we should make some distinctions here. Ireland is quite different. The Anglo Norman settlement in Ireland is very different from England. In England, the Normans found a highly sort of developed Anglo-Saxon system of government, county courts, manors, everything else. And so, through a series of confiscations, Norman lordships in England were spread across many counties. But in Ireland, they came into solid blocks of territory, which lacked the institutions that were present in Anglo-Norman, in England. And so the Anglo-Norman lords had to construct a system of government, internal lordship government, right from the start. And that was quite a challenge. Now, you might say winning the battles, the conquest was the easy bit, but when all of that was over, the hard job of constructing a lordship had to begin. Now, I'll just say some of the things you had to do in order to build a successful lordship. I'll try and skim through it. First of all, you had to retain enough land under your direct control. That's land in domain. So that you could draw your revenues from it in order to build your castles and pay your troops and all the rest of it. So you had to do that. At the same time, you had to balance that by rewarding your faithful vassals with lands as well. You had to also provide for the trade of your lordship. How is that to be organized in order to maximize your profits? While at the same time, of course, allowing your vassals to do the same. You had to work out the judicial competence of the senorial court and how much judicial competence you were prepared to devolve on your vassals. You also had to regulate your relationships with sometimes half-subdued Irish sects. I don't know that. I can certainly discuss that later, but I don't want. But even more problematic in the case of Leinster was the Leinster Irish, the MacMurroughs. They were allies, and indeed they were family. And that can sometimes make it diplomatically more difficult than if you count somebody into some kind of submission. So all of those things had to be worked out. And essentially you had only one bite of the cherry, because once you had liquidated your lands, it was very hard to reorganize it again because of the feudal custom of the inheritance. Now, in the case of lordship construction, the Anglo-Norman achievement was quite extraordinary, actually. Remember that in the 16th and 17th century, there were state-backed plans to plant Ireland and transform the, so to speak, the demography of Ireland, and they encountered huge problems. Whereas the Anglo-Norman lords, I know it was chaotic, and I agree absolutely with your characterization of it, as often as not they were fighting each other as they were fighting anybody else. But when it came to looking after number one, they were extremely good at their job. And so we need to look at that. The lordships they extended endured like Leinster. They frayed at the edges, but they did not go away. And that was a purely private enterprise. No money from the state coffers. Plantation was entirely out of your own resources. And I would argue too that indeed when you look at the structure of a lot of the Anglo-Norman lordships, sometimes they're very carefully planned. And they exhibit evidence of careful planning. I could illustrate that from the Butler lordship, but we're not talking about the Butler lordship today.